and they knew nothing about evolution. There isn't a single sentence in there that can have any bearing on evolution.
I agree.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's all right then. Are you with the Quran or against the Quran?
No.
Are you Islamic?
Yes, I'm a Muslim.
Okay, can you sort about this problem for me? Muhammad couldn't read or write, yeah?
Yeah.
And the book was written by Muhammad.
No.
It was written by God.
No.
Dictated to Muhammad.
No. It was dictated by the angel Gabriel to the Prophet Muhammad. The Prophet Muhammad recited it, and people who could write wrote it down.
Right.
One of them in particular was Zayd bin Thabit.
Right. You've heard of Chinese whispers, haven't you? You know the way Chinese whispers, if I say something to you and you whisper it to him and he whispers it to me, when he comes back, it's not going to be the same thing. Right, so it's gone from Gabriel to Muhammad to a scribe or a bunch of scribes who are humans.
Yes.
Who are fallible. I'm fallible, you're fallible,
Yes.
he's fallible,
Yes.
they were fallible.
Yes.
So, there could be the odd spelling mistake, there could be the odd grammatical mistake.
Yes.
Right, so it is not the complete and utter, what do you call it? The absolutely undisputable word of God.
No, I don't say anything like that.
I know, but most of
But
those
brother,
guys do.
I'm Shabir. You are?
I'm Brian. Hi there.
Brian, how do you do? You see, you have made a statement.
Well,
You have made a claim.
no, I'm just the one that's normally made.
No, I agree. Of course, I understand. Yes, but if, for example, I said to you, well, actually, you must have a green T-shirt. Yeah?
That's your opinion.
No, exactly. Just because I'm making the opinion, it doesn't make it true.
That's right.
So, if, for example, you say, we are all fallible, I agree with you. You say, well, there must be some mistake, must have crept in. I would say yes. But then the onus now is on you to provide the evidence.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Well, you are making the claim.
Yeah, it's a factual
So you need
claim.
to provide.
It's a factual
Well,
claim.
it can only
no
be.
human is infallible.
Well, actually, Brian, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the automatic assertion that you have made. Well, if it is, then there must be an error. I'm saying, well,
probable.
well, if it's probable, even if it's probable, again, it is only the evidence that will establish whether it is or it isn't.
Let's go.
So are we agreed on that?
Semantics.
Semantics?
That's semantics.
No, okay, tell me. If I wanted to establish my father is X today with the technology available, how would I do it?
Okay, you'd use DNA testing.
Right. Now, if the court asks for evidence of paternity,
Yeah.
do I provide it to them? Can I go up to them and just say, what is DNA? It's only semantics.
You'd be laughed out of court.
So why can't I laugh at you for when you say semantics only?
Are you telling me?
No, I'm not telling you. I'm only. It's a.
Just a semantic runaround. Can we get on to something more interesting?
I would have thought this
We
was very
agree that-
interesting,
No, we agree
but
that men
carry
are
on.
fallible, nobody's perfect.
Okay.
In which case, the scribes could have made a mistake.
Yes.
So that book could have faults in it.
Yes,
Okay, that's all I wanted to do.
but you don't stop there.
I did.
You can't.
Oh, I'll go on to female mutilation or something.
Like I said to you, you see, you are under misapprehension, respectfully.
Can't we just let that
Can I just
point
finish?
go?
Brian, no, you can't, because you've already started on the wrong foot. So all I'm trying to say is, look, you need to
Go on,
maybe
then.
expand your thinking, and
right.
you shut yourself off.
Yes, of course. Go on,
Then it's pointless to continue discussion,
What, men
because you are not
fallible,
willing
we
to listen.
agreed.
You're not willing to listen, Brian.
Oh, because you're just worming your way out. Look, men are fallible. True or false?
Nobody is condemning
Not true.
the
Fact.
name of Allah.
Right. So there could be problems with that book.
And if you are making a claim, you need to support it with evidence.
Allah.
The
That's
evidence
logical.
is, I could ask. The evidence is that no matter how many humans you confront, that
Brian.
they're all, are you fallible? Most people won't dispute.
I wasn't a fall, I just came actually.
Are
What's
you
your
fallible?
Brian,
No, I'm not a believer.
Brian, you
No,
see,
no,
there's a
I'm
difference
not,
between fact, inference, knowledge, and proof. Now, if you don't like these words, that's you are entitled to that. However,
time wasting. We need to get on to something more
establish,
interesting.
you can't get it any more interesting than you making a claim and not wanting to produce evidence for it.
What's your evidence for your religion?
You see, I mean, it's logical. Where's your evidence? It's evidence. So can we, I'm just addressing that first. You address that. And you tell me, look, if, like I said to you, if I say there's something wrong with this car, and she tells me what is wrong with it, well, all cars are made by fallible human beings, so it will have a fault. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? You don't, do you? There you are. So we can move on to the next thing if you want.
Yeah, all right. All right.
You agree, don't you?
Okay. Where should we go from here then?
It's up to you, Brian, because wherever you go,
Okay.
I'm going to ask for evidence.
Right. Okay. Female genital mutilation in England. Do you agree with it?
No.
It goes on, doesn't it? We know it does.
Killing goes on. We know it does.
Don't do that. We were
Why not?
talking about female genital mutilation.
You said, look, you asked me, I disagreed. And then you said, well, it goes on. I'm saying, well, even murder goes on.
right.
So what's the point?
I just wondered whether you'd say whether you'd agree with it, which is quite
Well,
nice to find you saying you don't agree with it.
I don't agree with it.
Great. So you don't have your daughter's genitalia played with?
With the greatest respect, which bit of I don't agree don't you
okay.
agree with?
Yeah, okay, that's great. Okay,
Yeah.
good. But that isn't what most people think here, is it?
I agree with you, Brian, and that is, you are absolutely
Well,
right. Brian, brother.
You're quite you're quite a liberal. You seem to be almost liberal.
Now you are giving me titles which I don't subscribe to. I'm just a human being who is trying my best to be a better human being.
Yeah,
Isn't
okay.
that better?
That's good. I like that.
There you
are. Would you say the golden rule is a good way of going around? The golden rule, do unto others as you
Yes.
want them to do to you.
Not only that, I would go a bit further than that.
Yeah.
Even if somebody does something unjust to you,
Yeah.
repay it with goodness.
Yeah, well, that's sort of turn the other cheek. Sort of.
Beyond that,
Yeah. Okay. Well, that sounds okay.
it seems like we are going to
An
agree.
argument at the moment. I
agree with you.
Look, you've got to admit that there
No,
are
I
other
agree
people
with you.
that
There are
come
many
in
people,
completely
yes,
hook, line, and
they do,
sinker.
and I don't know why they do that, really. Look,
Well,
you know,
no, I know. That's what
Brian,
I was
talking
I was
to.
bracing for the worst, but I got a reasonable person to talk to. It's quite nice. We could probably get down to some serious business now.
Absolutely, God willing, we can. Why not?
Clear
but
some of the stuff away.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian. Sorry.
Which verse in the Quran it says the living man and the living woman will go to Jannah?
Surah 55, just go to it. Yeah? Surah Rahman. You'll find them all there. 55. Yeah? 55. Surah 55. Yeah, sorry, Brian.
No,
yeah.
that's
No, it is. Look, at the end of the day, I say one thing, Brian.
Yeah.
When I see a little child, and it is, you recognize me. You know, when I walk into Tesco, the lady says, "Were you not just here 5 minutes ago?" I said, unless I'm in a parallel universe, no,
yeah,
I'm here. It's just that I look naturally handsome. That's what it is.
That's the ego.
Exactly,
That's what it is.
yeah.
I recognize the
That's
ego. It's just like mine.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, maybe you may have seen me on YouTube because we've got videos on there.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, look, as I was saying, when I see a little child, I don't see a child who is Christian, Muslim, Jew. I don't see that. I see a lovely little child. And if I see a child in difficulty, I will do whatever I need to make sure that the child is okay. I'm not going to start working out.
I'm just interested now.
Yeah, sure.
And, what do you think is going to happen over in Egypt? Are you happy about this? Do you think Muslim Brotherhood have been a bit too gung ho?
Possibly.
Shame, isn't
But
it?
it is. But you know how it is. These are a set of facts, in inverted commas, which we only have an inkling of. We don't really know what is going on. And I usually desist from trying to formulate an opinion based on speculation, really.
No, sure.
But
That's true.
you are right. It looks like maybe they may have gone
I
over.
think the majority don't really want it to be a very strong Sharia law country, and that's why
Possibly,
that's
yes.
why the second thing's come out. Because I don't
Yeah.
think. Would you like Sharia law in England? There you go.
Well,
That's a
right,
starting point.
that's a good question.
Here we go.
That's a good question.
This is going to come back with a long one.
That's a good question.
Right.
The answer would be no.
Oh, hallelujah! That's great.
I agree. However, I will say one thing.
Go
The legal system needs improving
on.
in
our
the
legal
United
system.
Kingdom. Yes, it does.
What? it.
It does.
Yeah, hey, of course, it always needs improving. It's one of the best in the world.
I agree.
And so, yeah.
I agree, but it needs improving.
I know, but
And you know what the
pretty
problem I
fair.
find, and yeah, absolutely. The thing I say is that, you know, when you put in all the necessary improvements, you will find it constitutes Sharia.
Wait a minute.
That was a clever one, wasn't it?
No, that wasn't
but
clever at all. You put your foot in a big
no.
bucket of
That-
poo there. I'm sorry.
No. Listen, what did I say? Listen, I'm sorry, guys. What did I say? Brian, what did I say? No, I didn't. What did I say?
When we improve our legal system in England to a near perfect scenario, it will be Sharia law.
No, I said it
That's
will.
what you said,
No.
not virtually.
It will be the Sharia. Now, what does the word Sharia mean?
Oh no, let's not do this. Wait
Oh,
a minute. Wait.
Brian,
No,
Brian,
let's get down
Brian.
to some Sharia facts.
Okay.
Yeah. One man, 2 women. That's what the waiting is. Yes. You're happy with that?
No,
Oh, funny. It does say it in the law, doesn't it?
no, it doesn't.
forward.
No, it doesn't. Actually, that's even wrong. Yeah. But now here is the problem, Brian. I find, and I mean this
Yeah, go
sincerely,
on. Yeah.
that the majority of the people that I engage with usually.
Haven't read the Quran.
Not only. No, I wasn't going to say
Haven't read
that.
the Quran in
I
Arabic.
was not.
Go on.
Am I allowed to say what I
I'm
want to
sorry,
say? Yeah,
you
good.
know what I mean.
No, of course I do. But what I was going to say is the majority of the people have heard snippets about certain things, but when they are asked, okay, exactly what does it mean? Oh, don't start that again. Just like I asked you, what does the word Sharia actually mean? Because today, its association, the word Sharia is associated with chopping hands and killing.
Well,
that's not
'cause
what
that's what it does.
That's not what it is, though.
Well, it's not
Now-
what it is. It's what it
No,
does.
but there you
isn't
are.
it?
You see,
what it
I would be reasonable when I'm assessing something. I would never come in with my preconceived notions. What I would do is consider the evidence first, formulate opinions or conclusions from the evidence, and then ask about them. But for example, I just asked you, when we use the word Sharia, negative connotations appear automatically. That is the product of programming, and you've got to accept that. So what I said to you, and here is what you
Product of
missed.
Sharia law.
Here is what you missed. When I said, if you snip, and when we are near perfect using your words, I said that would be the Sharia. Now, if you heard my words very carefully, I didn't say that would be Sharia law. I said it would be the Sharia. Now, for you to disagree with me, I would assume, nay, I would presume you knew what the word Sharia meant. But if you don't know what the word means, how can you disagree with me? Please tell me.
Yes, all right. At this moment, I've forgotten what Sharia means. Do tell me, oh wise one. Come on. Let's hear it.
The fact that now you are telling me, oh, wise one, it means you don't want to listen to what I have to say.
Tell me what Sharia means then, and let's get on with it.
Sir, do you know?
Jesus, you managed to make everything last 40 minutes. I'm going to get old before we
40
get
minutes? You are younger than me. Sorry?
System of Islamic law.
No.
No, I'm not.
But it's good enough. Yeah?
No, I'm not younger than you. Taking a
You
Sharia.
are?
Oh, no.
I'm older than you.
Oh, no. Go on,
I'm
man.
older than both.
Born in 57. Beat you.
Ah, go on then. By a year or two. All
Thank
right.
you.
All right.
Hey, well,
you
another
are
one.
older than
That's
me.
about-
Okay, you
we're
look
about too old
okay,
now.
you look younger than me.
I don't
Compliment.
know. Very great
Okay.
compliment.
Anyway, the word in its original,
Go
the
on.
word Sharia,
Yeah.
means way to a watering hole.
Way to watering hole.
Way to a watering hole.
Oh my
And what
God.
does a watering hole do? It gives you life. Now, here is the problem.
Yep.
If you contextualize it, the word Sharia is applied to law.
Yeah.
But law itself is an independent body of knowledge, which people who, just like you have loyal judges here, who would understand what the import of certain instructions are meant to be and how to be carried out. So you see, for example, the common one, oh, you chop the hands off of thieves. Well, actually, no.
Well, unless
We-
you're in
we have got a-
Saudi and it's actually, yeah.
No, we have got a...
do you
No,
know?
just hear me out. There is a precedent. Now that precedent is based on certain rules. For example, let me ask you this. Let's say Saudi Arabia, they chop hands off. Okay? According to Sharia.
You've taken 5 minutes to say yes, it's true. It
According,
does happen, right?
no.
It doesn't happen.
No, listen carefully
Well,
to what I
all
said.
the newspapers are wrong. Does it happen or does it not? Can you not?
It does.
Thank you. Right.
But
I don't want that happening here. So I don't think it's a good idea we bring that here. Is that okay?
that's okay.
Good.
But
Bloody hell.
can I just
Bloody
finish
stone
here?
Go on.
No, not really. You are in red, not me. Blood.
Well,
It's okay.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you. Well, actually, Brian, it wouldn't happen. You see, because there are certain conditions. And here is where I agree with you about what's happening. Okay? I know that the majority of the people who are being condemned to this kind of punishment, okay, should not be condemned. I know.
majority.
I'll tell you why.
The minority you can't
Listen
chop
to me,
their
Brian.
hands
Sincerely, I worked in the legal industry
off. Right.
up to a few years ago.
Okay.
I worked in courts. Yes?
In England.
In England.
Right.
Okay? I know the system.
Yeah.
And I can tell you very clearly that the standard of proof that Islam has required for each of these criminal actions is so high that any lawyer worth his cloth would be able to get that out of the way. Now, the point I'm making here is that, look, if, for example, the rule is there, okay, there are attendant subsets or sub-rules which, you know how you have the subsections? Well, you have subsections. For example, to qualify even for the chopping of the hand, you have to steal a certain amount. And even that has got subsection, again I use the word subsection because we can understand it. It has got rules as to where the product was, how it was stored, how it was. In fact, I will tell you this much, Brian. If you look at the rules of theft in Islam and you use the rules of the legal system here, you will find in detail the rules in Islam. You will concur with more so than these. But having said that, the one thing you will also accept is that the English legal system is always open to improvement. It can always be. There will be rules, they will be repealed, new set of rules will come, you'll have a transitional period in which the rules will come into, all that is fine. But the point is, you are absolutely right that there are people and there are systems who are misusing these rules.
And therefore, we
They are
wouldn't
wrong.
want them here.
I agree. But if, like I said to you, if we take it all and improve it continuously, it will be the Sharia. But since both of us are speculating, we have to agree to disagree.
Without the
Yes.
the manual
Agreed.
killing and stoning and
Agreed.
whipping and that kind of
Agreed.
thing.
But you will agree with the rest of it.
Oh, I don't doubt that some of it.
There you are.
Yeah, okay. But
So what
you would-
next?
You would know. Well, no, the point is that you know that there's lots of Muslim guys here who want the Sharia law, they want females
Brian,
to be mutilated.
Brian, tell me, have I not sounded reasonable
No,
to you?
you're more than reasonable.
Thank you.
I'm wondering why and how you've come about. Well, with so many. I mean, well, I'm pretty sure that this guy here will argue with you.
No, he agrees with me.
What
See?
a whole point.
You try to escape.
Well, then I'm
Thank you.
This is a great day we're
Yeah.
having here.
You
This
see-
seems to be a day where there's not that much conflict.
Oh, you see, Brian,
I'm not arguing with them, I'm discussing with them. I want them to teach me the folly of their ways so I can prove them wrong and help them the right way. But they seem to be okay at the moment. They're doing all right.
Brian is having great difficulty because I'm agreeing with him.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
He doesn't know what to say.
I don't well, no, but you know exactly what I mean. If I ask
know,
the same
I know you do.
questions,
I know,
the
but
next guy
tell me,
down
Brian,
there, or it
Brian,
might have been you
I'll
at one
tell you what.
point,
I'll tell you what,
but
and I
you've
mean this,
got your reasonable hat on
Brian.
today.
I mean this sincerely.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. You are 56. Yeah. You 56 years of life. Okay.
Yeah,
And thankfully, you are fit and healthy.
yeah.
Now, this, you know what you are seeing, what you are talking about.
Yeah.
I would suggest it is because when, for example, if four of us are learning about a car and how it works, the teacher is supposed to have learned all of it. The student will start learning about it. Now, if you have a student who has learned about half the engine and you ask him an opinion, human nature seems to want us to say more than we know.
That's very good.
And that's what
I
they
like
do.
that. It's true.
That's what they do. But when you go to the teacher and that student who gave you that opinion is also sat there, the teacher will turn and say, who told you that? And you'll
I
say,
didn't teach you that. Yeah, that's right.
and you will point to that guy, well, he told me. The teacher will turn to him and tell him,
Yes,
is
I know,
that what
but
you learned?
unfortunately,
That's how it
everyone
is.
seems to be a bloody authority on it, don't they?
But thankfully, we aren't, are we?
No, that's for sure.
And what we want to do is this voice is what we need to keep increasing around here.
As in a reasonable discussion voice as opposed
Absolutely,
to a
yeah.
pointing.
Yeah, instead of saying, Brian, you are wrong and I know you are wrong, but I'll just think, I'll make you feel you are right. That's not good.
Look, it's been a pleasure.
A
I'm
pleasure,
gonna go
Brian.
off
Look
and,
after yourself.
Sit down for a moment because
No
it's
problem
my
at all.
sister.
Okay.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Likewise,
talking to you.
sir. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.